Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
Milk every moment.
The Arc of Indiana County, working with the Arc of PA to find solutions to improve the lives of those with disabilities. The COVID-19 Health Disparities Initiative focuses on finding solutions that save the lives of those that are in need and deliver results to increase health equity for all individuals with disabilities now and in the future. If you are interested in learning more about this initiative with the Arc of PA and the Pennsylvania Department of Health, please go to arcindiana.org or thearcpa.org for more information, paid for in part by the Pennsylvania Department of Health.
On the flag side of the basket, 5th graders on the scoreboard side of the basket, and 6th graders next to the scoreboard. All right, we'd like to welcome our elementary boys basketball players to the elementary basketball night here in our basketball gym. Let's start with our 3rd graders. We'll have them come out to the center court. If you want to take a picture, well, you can take a quick picture there. They are coached by Adam Unruh and Troy Todd. Come on out to the middle, boys. Right out to the eye, right there in the middle. Get in a little group. And then stay there. Face your parents. Other side, face that way, guys. All right, stay put, you guys. All right, beside them, let's have the 4th grade boys come on out. Here we go. They're coached by Scott Cortazzo, Corey Smith, and Todd Schobert. Right beside them, not behind them, get beside them. There you go, that'll work, guys. All right, very good. All right, the next group is our 5th graders, coached by Eric Rayco and John. All right. Next, we're going to see if we can get this done. All right. All right, a little photo op here with a lot of our basketball, boys and men's basketball players. Good to see you all out there. Have a big round of applause for elementary basketball night with our senior high basketball players. Stay there till we get a group picture, everybody.
High school students in Western Pennsylvania have a new option for career-driven education at the River Valley STEAM Academy. Gain an edge in high-demand careers in electrical occupations, cybersecurity, esports, and sports medicine and rehabilitative therapy. Students get a head start by earning college credits and valuable industry certification. The River Valley STEAM Academy is open to high school students throughout the region at no cost to families. To customize your high school experience, visit rvsteamacademy.org or call 724-343-3230.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
S&T Bank, relationship banking, one customer at a time. Member FDIC, and we welcome those watching on Renda Digital TV. Our presentation tonight brought to you by the Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana. We're coming to you live from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, relationship banking, one customer at a time. Member FDIC. Tonight, the Knoch Knights head to 5th Street Gym to try and upend the hosting Indiana Little Indians in what would be deemed a consolation game as we approach the tail end of the year. Indiana coming off a sizable loss to the Hampton Talbots, 82-40 a couple of days ago. They brought the score within 4 in the first quarter, so they kept it competitive, but the Talbots tore it up in the second period, outscoring them 35-9. And we remember Peter Kramer, for those that tuned in, he was a thorn in the Indians' side that game, and they look to come up against that and really improve after last game. Whereas Knoch, they come in 5 wins, 13 losses overall. They do have a winning record in the WPIAL Section 4A1, 4-3, very close to 500, but still, the fact that they're holding it together in conference play just shows that they are really sticking with the competition this year. Last game, knocked down Greensburg-Salem by a score of 59-44. Don't have many stats from that game, no individual performances to tell you about. And last time out for Indiana, they fell to Hampton, as we said, 82-40, so they look to improve upon that game. Last time for the Indians, Gavin Homer led the way with 13 points. Janan Petrovich fell in with 8 points as well. Low-scoring night for a lot of Indians. They look to turn that around tonight, as we said. Last time these two teams met, Indiana and Knoch, you have to go all the way back to January 10th of this year. Knoch won that one 62-59. Very close game. Coach Greg Lazanik said his team was in it for the most part and kept it really close, but just a little bit of a run by the Knights allowed them to go up for good. Stanford Webb and Gavin Homer each had 17 points in that affair. Trevor Todd had 11. The big thing, though, Indiana gave up 17 points and 5 3-pointers to Knoch's Dylan Lang. Or Derek Lang, that is, number 2, a freshman, standing in at 6'5". He's a guard tonight, and Lang, while he's not in the starting lineup tonight, has done pretty well in his freshman campaign. He's played in 18 games, 125 total points, averaging 6.9 per game. He's made 14 field goals, 3 3-pointers made, shooting 68.4% from the line. And you have to look at 2 Knoch Knights that are ahead of him, and that will be in the starting lineup tonight. Tegan Finucane, he is wearing number 21 here tonight. He's also a freshman, standing in at 6'1". He's a guard-forward combo. coming in averaging 16.3 points per game, 51 made field goals, 48 three-pointers made, shooting 72% of the line. Only one Knight is better than that from the charity stripe. That's James Snyder. He comes in shooting 75% from the line. But really, Finucane and Jackson Bauman, number 0, who has 191 points this season, they're really the big three for this Knoch Knights team. And the thing that you look at here, aside from James Snyder, the notable names we mentioned to you are freshmen. And talking with Coach Greg Lozanik, he knows that head coach Alan Bauman, he really wants to get those young guys some varsity reps, showcase their talents throughout the season, and prep them for the next coming seasons as well to build a stronger program. And I think that's a little bit of an element that's overlooked by a lot of schools, both from the high school and collegiate level. Get those young guys some reps if you can. If you know that you're not going to win much this season, get those younger players and season them for the next coming years, because then you can find yourself in that big dance in the coming seasons. And that's kind of the same thing that Coach Greg Lozanik is doing for Indiana as well. We see him starting to play some of these younger players. Last game against Hampton, he put in a lot of freshman and sophomore talent in that second period. And really, while it does provide his starting five to get a little bit of rest, it gives those younger guys some varsity reps as well. And he's going to continue to do that. Just talking with him off the record, too. He was looking forward to the next coming years, especially the 8th grade team this year, who's only lost one game. You know, next year they enter the high school level, and while they're going to still be young and play 9th grade ball, he's looking forward to what they're going to do and mature as both a player and as a person in their sophomore and junior levels. So he's looking forward to that, but obviously this year he's looking to help the seniors cap off their season. Playoffs might not be likely for them, but overall, 6-12 record, 1-6 in the WPIAL. They're just out here having fun trying to win as many games as possible before season's end. Well, that's enough of me paraphrasing head coach Greg Lozanik for Indiana High. We'll take a timeout, continue with our pregame show in just a couple of minutes. We'll have a conversation with Coach Greg Lozanik talking about last game against Hampton, tonight's game against Knoch, and his plan for the future with this Indiana High basketball program. Don't go anywhere. Our pregame coverage just starting here on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Indiana Knoch on WDAD, WDADradio.com, and streaming live on Renda Digital TV, presented by the Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home.
Sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Milk every moment.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to WDAD and Renda Digital TV for our coverage tonight of Indiana boys as they take on the Knoch Knights at Fifth Street Gym. Taking some time out of our pregame show right now to talk with head coach Greg Lazanik. And coach, I'd be mistaken or I'd be understating if I said that last game was didn't turn out the way you guys had hoped. But again, you faced a really tough Hampton team. Final score was 82-40. But among that loss, was there anything that you as a coach took away from that and passed on to your players?
In the second half. You know, I thought at halftime I questioned our effort. And if you watched the game, you were here. You know, a lot of the starters didn't play a good portion of the second quarter, and we had a little discussion at halftime, and we came out with a lot more energy, played defense. That's the kind of team that we want and that we want to see on the floor tonight.
Well, focusing on the positives, and you mentioned it, in that second period, we saw a lot of the younger players get in some valuable varsity minutes against a tough team. Talk about some of the benefits of getting them in.
Absolutely. You know, they got time when the game was still young. You know, like you said in the second quarter, it wasn't just, I call them given minutes and earned minutes. You know, given minutes anybody can play at the end of the game when the game's out of hand. But earned minutes, even if you get in there for 1 second, you know, to box out in the foul line, that's an earned playing time, and they earned that playing time, and they played that good team, and you know, Hampton shot 58% from the field. The Kramer boys shot 68, or not from the field, from 3-point range, and the Kramer boys shot 68%. So that's just experience that those young guys can build off of this summer.
Well, let's talk about a little bit of the season as a whole. We're winding down in the final weeks. And with, you know, the record kind of gives off a negative connotation. How do you as a coach sort of keep your players mentally in the game, knowing that, hey, maybe they're on the little bit of, you know, they're not, I don't want to say happy on the court, but I don't want to use that emotion, but like, you know, there's a negative connotation to the season.
Sure. You know, especially the last 3 weeks. You know, we've had a tough 3-4 week period, probably right after the first of the year. You know, we lost a tough one down at Knoch. Lost by 3. Thought we played good enough to win the game, and the ball just wouldn't go in the basket for us at the end. You know, then we play Highlands, and you know, they just have an unbelievable team, and so it kind of fell off the edge for us pretty quick, and we challenge the guys every day that we want to get better as a team every day in practice and every game, and we want to win possessions. No matter what the score is, we've got to win each time down the floor. If we can win on the defensive end, then win on the offensive end, the scoreboard will take care of itself.
Well, Coach, let's look at tonight. You guys face the Knoch Knights again, and as you said, it was a very close game last time. Played good enough to win, but fell by 3, unfortunately. Can you just size up the Knights for us?
You know, they're young. Their coach, Coach Bauman, he made a decision that he was going to go with freshmen. And, you know, he's got a lot of juniors and seniors that are 2- and 3-year lettermen sitting on the bench. So he lost a lot of games early, but that's, in his opinion, that's his class. And I tell you, they got a couple boys that can shoot from the outside. You know, his son is I think they announce him maybe at 6'10". I've heard him being described as 6'8". He's probably about 6'6", 6'7", but he's a big boy. And, you know, they have a nice team. They're going to play pressure defense. They'll probably press us a little bit. We thought, well, we were up early down at Knoch, fell down by 10 in the third quarter and came the whole way back and tied it at the end of the game. And we were down 3 and just had 2 good looks at the hoop for 3-pointers to tie it the last 10 seconds. And that's just the way our season has gone. Obviously, it didn't go in.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck. Thanks for sizing up the game for us, and we'll talk to you afterward.
All right, thank you very much.
He's Coach Greg Lazanik of the Indiana Little Indians. We'll take a timeout. More of our pregame show next on WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
The Arc of Indiana County, working with the Arc of PA to find solutions to improve the lives of those with disabilities. The COVID-19 Health Disparities Initiative focuses on finding solutions that save the lives of those that are in need and deliver results to increase health equity for all individuals with disabilities now and in the future. If you are interested in learning more about this initiative with the Arc of PA and the Pennsylvania Department of Health, please go to arcindiana.org or thearcpa.org for more information, paid for in part by the Pennsylvania Department of Health.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
The Christmas Tree Growers Association and Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply. And another round of applause for the Sue Hewitt Dance Studio, ladies and gentlemen. They did a great job. Let's show them our support.
Then with the other two guys had to come into the first practice for Quentin.
Here's the snap, it's high. The kick is good! And they have won the game. And they burst onto the field, and pandemonium reigns out here at Andy Kosneski Field in double OT.
Okay, we're going to get... I got a little wet there, guys.
I'll get Redinger. Waiting the shotgun snap from Succiarelli. He hands it off to Hill. He's into the end zone easily.
And we welcome those back watching on Renda Digital TV tonight, presented by the Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home. Jake Slobodnik joining you on our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, relationship banking, one customer at a time, member FDIC. Indiana hosting Knoch tonight in WPIAL Section 4A1 boys basketball action. The Knights looking to get their 5th win in section play and go 2 games over 500. Indiana, they just look to catch some momentum as we head into the tail end of the season. And for the Indiana Little Indians, it's been a while since they last beat the Knoch Knights. To find their last win against them, you have to go all the way back to December 12th, 2017. Now, in perspective, that was my freshman year of college, so it's been a while. Final score of that game was 51-38, Indiana winning that one. Knoch coming in last year, they were 6-16 overall, 2-10 in the section. They've already bettered their performance in section play. Overall-wise, they look to improve that just a little bit. Ballparking that for now, but if they catch a little bit of momentum, they could definitely win out and improve that record. The Knoch Knights, they are struggling on the road, 0-4 this season. Indiana 4-5 at home, so they're playing to get back to 500 on their own home court. And Indiana has a slightly better point differential against the Knights. Right now, Indiana minus 126, 995 points for, giving up 1121 points against. For Knoch, they've accrued 963 total points this season while giving up 1106. So very close in terms of scoring. Really, it's all going to come down to who can catch an early wave of momentum and who can outscore their opponent. And to me, I think getting to the rebounds and getting to the boards are going to be extra key in tonight's game, especially those second chance points. Indiana looking to improve the putback in second chance points, and they have a good opportunity to better their numbers tonight against the visiting Knoch Knights. Let's send it down to PA announcer Pat Snyder for tonight's national anthem here on WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV. Here you go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's tonight's national anthem from 5th Street Gym. We'll take a 30-second timeout, come back, starting lineups and tip from Indiana High School on an IRMC High School Sports Night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. It's WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Welcome back to our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, relationship banking, one customer at a time. Jake Slobodnik joining you as we are approaching tip-off at 5th Street Gym. Time for tonight's starting lineups featuring the Knoch Knights and the Indiana High Little Indians. First, for the visiting Knights, under the direction of head coach Alan Bowman, he sends out the starting lineup of a freshman guard standing at 6'2", number 0, Jackson Bowman. A senior guard standing in at 6'2", number 10, James Snyder. A freshman guard forward standing in at 6'1", number 21, Tegan Finucane. A sophomore guard standing in at 6 foot, number 22, Caden Spencer. And rounding things out, a freshman center standing in at 6'10", number 44, Zane Pasek. And for the Indiana Little Indians, the host team for tonight under the direction of head coach Greg Luzanik, assisted by Stan Webb and Mark Arbuckle. He sends out the starting five of a sophomore forward guard standing in at 6'3", number 1, Stanford Webb. Following him is a junior guard standing in at 5'10", number 3, Evan Brocious. A junior guard standing at 6'1", number 5, Trevor Todd gets the start. Following him is a sophomore guard forward standing in at 6'2", number 15, Jaden Petrovich, the second leading scorer for the Indians against Hampton with 8 points. And the leading scorer rounds out the starting five from the game against Hampton is senior guard standing in at 6 foot, number 23, Gavin Homer. Last game, 13 points, looking to improve that performance here tonight against the Knoch Knights. So thankful to have you along, making us a part of your Friday festivities wherever you may be listening or watching to. And this is a special night because this is the first game on our WDAD streaming platform at WDADradio.com. That's presented by the Indiana Regional Medical Center and the McCabe Roof Funeral Home. So we're listening to you tonight, or you're listening to us tonight on WDAD, WDADradio.com, and watching our free Renda Digital TV live stream presented by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home. Knoch going left to right across your radio dial and or screen. Indiana going right to left. Pasek will go up against Stanford Webb. Knoch dressed in their navy blue uniforms with pale gold numbering and white trim. Indiana in their white uniforms with red numbering and black trim. Knoch winning the opening tip. They go to work on offense. Jackson Bowman working to Pasek up top. Quick little handoff to Snyder, looking left, now down low to Pasek. Almost loses the ball. Todd able to block him and stop the shot, and corralled by Petrovic. Working against the size mismatch, Indiana overcomes that. They look to strike first on offense. Heading toward their end of the court, Petrovic looking low, nobody home, finds Trevor Todd. Quickly dishing to Petrovic, pulls up, corner three on the way off the back of the rim, it's no good. Homer thought he had a good read on it, but no good, and it reaches into the hands of Caden Spencer. Knoch back to work. Pasek setting the screen, allowing Finucane to drive. Nothing home. Looking for Spencer, and the ball stolen away. Turnover by Knoch. Their first of the game. Indiana back to work. 7:07. We've played a full minute from 5th Street Gym. Still no score. Trevor Todd with it. Right side perimeter. Crossing the perimeter, finds Homer quickly up top to Petrovic. Brocious cutting, nothing there. Finds Webb, who pops a three ball. That's no good. Homer tips the ball out, and then a rebounding foul. And Knoch Knights go back to work on offense. Gavin Homer notching the first personal and team foul for either side. 6:47 to play, no score. Jackson Bowman brings it across the timeline. Quick little handoff to Finucane. Left side. Bowman thought about shooting, but takes a couple of dribbles. Finds Finucane, who fakes a shot, drives the middle lane, goes up, and he's fouled underneath. Petrovic tagged with the foul. Oh, no, they're going to give that foul to Trevor Todd. Finucane to the line to shoot two to break this game open, possibly if he can convert. At the 6:31 mark. Puts the first of two up, and it's good. Finucane, a 72% free throw shooter, nearing 73. Puts up the second. That one's no good. It's 1-0. Adding a little bit of defensive pressure, but Indiana able to get it to their end. Trevor Todd quickly pops a three. That's no good. Pasek right there on the board. Here comes Knoch once again with a 1-point lead. 6:15 to play in the first. Finucane finds a little bit of breathing room on the left side. Rolls it around, and then he's fouled underneath. He'll go to the line once again. Petrovic tagged with the foul. Teagan returning to the line for Knoch. Puts the first of two up. That's no good. And onto the floor for Indiana is number 32, a junior forward, standing in at 6'2", Isaac Nygren. He's in for Petrovic. Finucane puts up the second, and that's good. Another 1-for-2 trip. Shooting 2 for 4. And it's 2-0 Knoch as we've played 2 minutes of basketball. Gavin Homer taking it the length of the floor. Contested shot from the right. No good. Webb gets the ball and then is fouled on the putback by Pasek, who took a mighty swat at Webb to send him to the line. 5:59 to go in the first. First team foul for Knoch. First of the night, obviously, for Pasek. Webb putting the first of two up. Converts. This one a tie. On its way. That's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Jackson Bowman. Both teams struggling from the free throw line early on. Bowman crossing over, taking the screen by Pasek. Looking middle. Little floater to him. Quickly dishes to the right side for Spencer. Off his hands and out of bounds. Turnover number 2 for the Knights. 5:45 to play. Knoch resorting to a little bit of pressure too. And inbound pass is tipped by a Knight. Indiana will maintain possession, will inch a little bit closer to midcourt. Brocious finds Todd on the inbound. Defense trying to collapse on him. Quick little bounce pass to Brocious. They got to fire it up court or call a timeout. They're going to get tagged with a 10-second here. Oh, they get it across just in the nick of time. Homer goes up from the right side, gets the bucket and the foul. And one, Gavin Homer. Overcomes the size that Pasek presented, and he'll go to the line to attempt a three-point play. Currently 3-2 Indiana. Pasek out with his second personal foul, second team for Knoch. Puts up the three-point opportunity, and it falls through. It's 4-2 Indiana, 5.5 to play. Quickly driving is Bowman. Turnover, maybe. Todd picks it up. Knox defense cuts him off. They are able to get it right where they want it, though, is Todd driving the right lane. Contested shot goes up, blocked. That one's stuffed by Derek Lang. Seeing the court for the first time tonight. Bowman, right side. Finnegan for three, and it's good. 5-4. We've yet to see a normal field goal, unless you count the one that Homer had that led to a three-point play. Speaking of, he drives the left side, goes up. Shot does not count. It was on the floor. Finnegan tagged with the foul. Indiana will take it from the baseline with 4:45 to go in the first. They trail 5-4. Brushes to inbound. Fires it almost three-quarters of the way down the court. Finds Todd. Circling the perimeter, finds Homer. Thought about taking it. Takes a dribble before pulling up for three. That's no good. And a fight for the ball. Falling on top of it is Nygren, and it's going to be a jump ball. Indiana maintaining possession with 4.5 to go. Petrovic returning to the floor for Indiana. In for Nygren. 3 team fouls each so far. Inbound goes to Webb. Finally finds Homer. A little bit of clearing. Little dish off to Petrovic. Double team, but he finds a hole. Goes up from the right side on the reverse, and it's good. 6-5. Petrovic fresh off the bench with a nice little lay-in from the right side. Knoch goes back to work, trailing one. Lang pulls up from three. On the opposite end, it's no good. Webb comes down with the defensive board. Indiana back on the offensive attack. Brocious cut off in the right corner just after midcourt. Quickly dishes it off. Webb down to Todd, who quickly finds Homer posting up on the left side. Brocious, a little bit of clearing on the right. Puts up a little floater. It's no good. Fight for the ball. Lang has it. And Todd got a little too close to him. Draws the foul. Ball's out of bounds, and that brings us to a timeout on the floor. With 3:52 to go, Indiana with a slim 6-5 lead on a high school basketball night presented by the Indiana Regional Medical Center on WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV.
High school students in Western Pennsylvania have a new option for career-driven education at the River Valley STEAM Academy. Gain an edge in high-demand careers in electrical occupations, cybersecurity, esports, and sports medicine and rehabilitative therapy. Students get a head start by earning college credits and valuable industry certification. The River Valley STEAM Academy is open to high school students throughout the region at no cost to families. To customize your high school experience, visit rvsteamacademy.org or call 724-343-3230.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
Play on WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV. Time for your first Commonwealth Quick Stats. Tegan Finnegan leads all scores with 5 points. Gavin Homer for Indiana leads with 3 points. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. Fresh off the timeout, 3:48 and counting in the first quarter, 6-5 Indiana. Quickly taking it the length of the floor is Jackson Bowman. Finnegan from the right, crosses over, changes directions. Looking up top, here's James Snyder dishing it out. Finnegan faking, finds Lang, trying to drive, dishes out. Here's Bowman for three, doesn't draw the foul, can't get the bucket, and it goes out of bounds. Hunter Martin onto the floor for the first time tonight for Indiana. Martin in his junior campaign, playing guard, standing in at 6 foot, wearing number 11. Indiana looking to break this pressure that Knoch has applied on defense. Brocious to Homer. Gets across half court, 3:18 to play. Quick little handoff to Brocious up top, finds Webb, pulls up, three ball, no good off the side of the rim, and a foot race for it. Brocious almost saved it, but his toes were just out of bounds. Valiant effort, but no dice. Zarian Finnegan now into the game, wearing number 23. Finnegan averaging 5.1 points per game, 91 total points this season through 18 games. Bowman brings it across, finds Lang. Little push off, nothing called. Snyder goes up, loses the ball, and Webb comes down with it. Fourth turnover for Knoch. Indiana has yet to cough up the ball this first quarter. Left elbow for the Little Indians, Petrovic. Looking to extend their lead. Brocious drives left side off the glass. That's no good. And rebounded by number 10, James Snyder. Lang brings it across half court. Bowman faking. Here's Zarian Finnegan. Little floater from the right. That's no good. Martin fighting for the rebound, but it's into the hands of Gavin Homer. Indiana back to work on offense. 2:15 to go. They still lead 6-5 over Knoch. Homer thought about pulling up. Matched up against his counterpart. Loses it. First turnover for Indiana. That just slipped his fingers as we approach the 2-minute mark. Knoch goes back to work. Bowman driving the left, goes up. Nothing doing. And ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say off a night. And Indiana goes back to work on offense. And the brief stoppage allows Gasparo Porco into the game. Porco playing in his 19th game this season. Knoch still resorting to a press. 1:53 to go in this first quarter. 11 total points, 6 of them in favor of Indiana. Homer with it, taking the handoff from Brocious, quickly handing it off to Webb on the left side. Back to Brocious up top. Trying to find some clearing. Spins around, fade away from the foul line. It's no good. Loose ball and a rebounding foul on Indiana. Foul's going to be on Petrovic. That's Jaden's second of the game. 5 team fouls for Indiana. Bowman brings it across. Up top. Snyder. Working the perimeter, trying to find an opening. Zarian Finnegan with it. Lang almost loses it. Petrovic slipped. And then a walk called on Lang. Just couldn't find the footing. 5th turnover for Knoch. 1:14 to go as Isaac Nygren returns to the floor for Indiana. Still 6-5, the Little Indians lead it. But Knoch not allowing an inch of space. Quickly clamps on to their man on Indiana. Inbound pass goes to Nygren. Looking up court. He has to take a couple of dribbles. Finds Brocious, quickly fires it up court. Webb spins around from the right lane, off the front of the rim. Not enough on that shot. Nygren tagged with a rebounding foul. Oh, wait. No, that's going to be on Knoch's number 10, James Snyder. 4th team foul for Knoch as Brocious will inbound it. Indiana with a 4-low look. Quick inbound pass goes to Homer at the minute mark here in this first quarter. And then we have a foul. Foul's going to be on Zarian Finnegan, who had Isaac Nygren in an arm lock and did not let go until the side official approached him. Interesting. A minute left in this first quarter. 6-5 Indiana looking to extend that before the quarter break. Hunter Martin getting the inbound pass. Double teamed. Quickly fires to the corner for Homer. Thought about shooting. Finds a little bit of an opening. Drives the baseline. Goes up. That's no good. And rebounded by number 15, Porco. 45 to go in the first quarter. Bowman bringing it across. Snyder. Aspero over to Lang. Zarian Finnegan quickly dishes it over to Jackson Bowman. Passes tipped but corralled by Snyder. Right side back to the left. 22 seconds to play. Knoch just trying to find a little bit of space. Ball's tipped. And the pass intended for Lang, but it goes off the hands of Isaac Nygren. The Knights will maintain possession. 18.4 seconds to go in the first quarter. And a 6-5 affair in favor of Indiana. Jackson Bowman slowly brings it up the court on the right side. Brocious will trade off assignments with Martin. Up top, Porco for three. Sinks it. 2 seconds left in the quarter. Martin to Brocious. Can't get a shot off in the nick of time. And at the end of one, Knoch coming back to take a lead 8-6 over Indiana on an IRMC High School Sports Night from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. It's WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Milk every moment.
Off here in quarter number two. Coming to you tonight from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank Relationship Banking, one customer at a time, member FDIC. Knights with the inbound pass with it. Jackson Bowman has a little bit of an opening from the left side. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to be on Indiana's number 11, Hunter Martin. 6-team foul for Indiana, first for Martin. Both teams finishing that first quarter with 5 fouls each. First free throw attempt by Bowman is no good. Bauman once again with it at the foul line, looking to put his team up by 3. Goes up and gets it. It's 9-6 Knoch. Homer with it, bring it across the timeline for Indiana on their first possession of the second quarter. Brocious taking the handoff, working left, finds Webb. Thought about shooting, but he'll drive. Finds Martin. A little bit of a clearing, dishes to the corner for Webb, who pops a 3, and it's in! 3-pointer, Stanford Webb ties us at 9. Webb finished that first quarter with only 1 point, and immediately Porco tries answering with a 3 of his own. It's no good for Knoch. Game still tied at 9, 7:13 to go. Martin taking the lead pass up court, finds Webb on the left side. Martin dribbles back, hands it off to Homer, quickly dishes it off to the left side for Webb. Right side, Brocious taking the screen set by Nygren. Spins around, fires it. Mid-ranger from the left side, it's no good. Loose ball corralled by Webb. Fires to Martin, who takes a wide open 3 and sinks it! From downtown, Hunter Martin reclaims the lead for Indiana with a 3-ball. 12-9, 6:40 to go in the second. Foul called on the floor. Foul's going to be on number 23, Gavin Homer for Indiana. And it's a 1-and-1 on the way. At the line shooting, Tegan Finnegan. Mark Collinger now into the game for Indiana. Sophomore guard, standing in at 6 foot even, wearing number 4. The one-on-one opportunity is no good. It's still a 12-9 affair for Indiana. Brocious brings it across from the right side for Indiana, finds Martin. Thought about popping a three, but has a little bit of breathing room. Ball's tipped by Knoch, and it goes out of bounds. Brocious to inbound for Martin. Collinger gets his hands on the basketball for the first time tonight, working left to right. Finds Martin, up top, Nygren. Told Webb to cut, nothing there. Hands it off to Brocious. Trying to get his defender off him, but he fires a pass up top to Martin, who finds Collinger once again at the 6-minute mark. Brocious, Webb. Over to the left for Martin. Had some trouble corralling it, and a turnover for Indiana as a couple stutter steps by Martin. That's just Indiana's second turnover of the game. Only accrued one that entire first quarter. They forced Knoch to 5, though. Bauman with it for Knoch, only trailing by 3. Ball's almost stripped. Snyder goes up from the left side, and he gets it to fall. It's 12-11. Knoch bringing it to 1 point. Indiana back to work. Collinger dishing it down low to Nygren, who corrals it back to Collinger. Up top, Brocious fakes, runs into traffic, and a foul called on Bauman. A couple substitutions for Indiana as Todd, Petrovich, and Homer come back onto the floor. Nygren, Martin, and Collinger will have a seat. Foul was on Jackson Bauman. That's his first. Knox 6th. Brocious to inbound. Fires it to Homer. Just inside the half-court line. Finds some clearing on the left. Pulls up. No good from the lane. Ball tipped. And they're going to say out on Indiana with 5:21 to go in the second quarter. 12-11 Indiana. But Knoch has been resilient in terms of their defensive play. After coughing up 5 turnovers in that first quarter, they've allowed Indiana just 12 points. On the opposite end, Finnegan able to put it up and reclaim the lead for Knoch. It's 13-12. Finnegan finished that first quarter with 5 points. He's now got 7 on the night as Homer drives left side for Indiana, fires to Webb. Corner 3, no good off the front of the rim. Petrovich tried to go for the rebound. It's tipped by Petrovich, and it'll go the other way. 4:47 to go in the half. Knoch with the ball right back, looking to extend their lead. Bauman brings it across. Working left. Finnegan finds a clearing, goes up from the left side. It's no good. Ball's tipped, and Webb able to corral it, spins out of danger, brings it across the timeline. Numbers are against him. He'll spin it right back out, and they'll regroup on offense, looking for Petrovich. No good. Brocious saves it. Petrovich keeps it, but then the Indiana immediately turns it over. Here comes Knoch back to work. Finnegan up top. Snyder, right side. Bauman. A little bit of clearing. Has to do something. Little dish off down low. Back to Bauman. Goes up from the right side, and a foul called. I think they said no shot. 8th team foul for Indiana. Whether it was a shot or not, Bauman to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. Michael Leubold to the line in the game for Indiana. Leubold in his senior year. 1-on-1 by Bauman. Makes the first of 2. Currently 14-12. Fires up the second. That's no good. He goes 1 for 2 for the line. 14-12 the score. Indiana with it. Brocious on the left side. Little give off to Trevor Todd. Quickly finds Homer up top. 3:50 to play. Homer cut off in traffic. Brocious trying to find some clearing, but also cut off. He fires it up top. Trevor Todd. Webb firing it from the right side. Corner 3, and it goes through. 15-14, Stanford Webb heating up. Remember, last time these two teams faced off, Webb, 17 points in the affair. Loose ball, corralled by Brocious. That's a turnover for Knoch, their first of the second quarter. And an official blew his whistle. And they're going to check out number 21, Tegan Finnegan. Make sure he didn't suffer a head injury. And Derek Lang into the game, but not before a media timeout. With 3:24 to go in the half, it's 15-14 Indiana on an IRMC High School Sports Night, WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Indiana reclaiming the 15-14 lead thanks to a three-pointer by Stanford Webb. 3:24 to go in the period. Derek Lang returning to the floor for Knoch. Indiana with the ball, going right to left. Homer gets the inbound pass, double-teamed almost immediately by Spencer and Bauman. Quick look in left side corner three by Webb, and he sinks that through. Back-to-back threes adds a little bit of insurance for Indiana. 18-14 the score. Spencer going right side, and he gets the foul, getting two. Or James Snyder, my apologies. And supposed to be a sub. Indiana will send in Hunter Martin in for Trevor Todd. Tegan Finnegan hurt before the break. Looks to be all right. Snyder puts up the three-point opportunity. Can't get it to fall. It's 18-16. Knoch has really struggled from the free throw line tonight. Homer brings it up court, turns the ball over with a walk. Finnegan returning to the floor off the stoppage. And he's in for Gasparo Porco. 2:54 to go in the half. Indiana still with a 2-point lead. 18-16 the score as Knoch works left to right. Here's Jackson Bauman. Looking to the left, up top. Here's James Snyder. Dishes it out, Finnegan for three, and he's not hurt. Sinks it right through, and Knoch another lead, 19-18. Indiana bringing the ball across the timeline, fending off the defense. Homer drives the right lane, goes up, gets the foul. He'll go to the line for two. Quick working through the key, and Homer goes to the line to put up some easy points if he can. Fouls on Tegan Finnegan, his second personal, 7th as a team for Knoch. Homer to the line, puts up the first of two, can't get it to fall in. Looking to salvage it, knotted up at 19. Puts it up, sinks it through. 1 for 2 trip for Gavin Homer. It's 19 all with 2:20 to go. And immediately a turnover by Knoch as Finnegan called for the travel. Second turnover of the quarter. Indiana looking to reclaim the lead. Game's tied at 19 with 2:14 to go. Homer brings it across. Pass intended for Brocious, tipped, but slightly. It finds Evans' hands. Looking to the right side for Martin. Just a little too far out in front of him. 4th turnover of the quarter for Indiana. Knoch with the ball with 2:05 left to go. Here's Bauman. Brings it across the timeline, matched up with Brocious, working the left side this time. Here's Lang. Very physical basketball player, able to dish it out. Snyder, Finnegan, driving the center, goes up, blocked underneath by Michael Leubold, and then Indiana almost turns the ball over. Homer working down court. Lang tipped the ball intended for Stanford Webb. Indiana will maintain possession along the baseline, and they have 97 seconds to work with in the quarter. 19 all. Brocious inbounds it. Intended for Martin. It's through his hands. 5th turnover of the quarter. As Caden Spencer drives the right lane on the fast break, and it's 21-19. Homer bringing it across half court. It's got to do something with it. Quick little bounce pass to Brocious on the right side, and they clear half court, and a foul immediately called on Spencer. 8th team foul for Knoch. Clock stops at 1:19. And Brocious will go to the line to attempt a 1-on-1. That's Spencer's first personal foul of the game. Attempt at the 1-on-1 is good. Brocious sinks the first of 2. It's 21-20. Looking to tie this one up at 21 apiece. The next shot off the backboard, and 2 players had an early start to the ball. Doesn't matter, though. Knoch with the rebound. Here's Snyder. Dishing it to the left, Lang. Wide open for 3. Doesn't get it to fall in. Martin on the defensive board underneath from the right post. Indiana with 63 seconds to work with here in the second quarter. Homer pulls up from 3 immediately. That's no good. Leubold fighting for the rebound, but it's into the hands of Bauman. 53 seconds to play. Finnegan driving the right lane, goes up, can't get it to fall in. And it was a fight between Indians, and it falls into the hands of Finnegan, who then draws the foul. Messy play on the defensive end for Indiana. And Finnegan, the most efficient free throw shooter for this Knoch team, will return to the line to extend this lead. They'll attempt 2. First of 2 is good, 22-20. See if Finnegan can be the first player tonight to have a perfect trip at the free throw line. Second one goes up, and that one goes in. Perfect trip makes it a 23-20 game. Knoch ahead of Indiana with 44 seconds and counting. Indiana breaking the press easily. Webb up top. Here's Homer. Looking for Brocious on the right side. Cut off. He'll fire to Webb. Homer gets it once again up top. Here's Martin taking the screen. No, doesn't take the screen set by Leubold. Driving the right lane. Little floater. Somehow gets it to fall in. 23-22. Indiana's Hunter Martin brings it within 1. Knoch with the ball. 16 seconds left in the first half. Ballman up top. Here's Lang driving the left lane. Goes up on the reverse and draws the foul by Brocious. Fouls on Evan Brocious, 11th team foul for Indiana. That's the first on Brocious. Clock stops 7.6 seconds. Lang to the line. This season, a 68% shot from the free throw line. Puts up the first of 2. That one doesn't get to go in. Darian Finnegan back into the game. Game still at 23-22, Knoch ahead. Lang looking to put his team up by 2 and take 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That one's no good. It's an 0 for 2 trip. Homer with it. Fires it up court. Webb, 3 seconds. Goes up and can't get it in.
So our halftime score, Knoch 23, Indiana 22.
The center lane was open and he completely whiffed on it. And that makes the halftime score 23-22, Knoch over Indiana. Don't go anywhere. Our halftime report is next on WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV.
Milk every moment.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
The Arc of Indiana County, working with the Arc of PA to find solutions to improve the lives of those with disabilities. The COVID-19 Health Disparities Initiative focuses on finding solutions that save the lives of those that are in need and deliver results to increase health equity for all individuals with disabilities now and in the future. If you are interested in learning more about this initiative with the Arc of PA and the Pennsylvania Department of Health, please go to arcindiana.org or the arcpa.org for more information, paid for in part by the Pennsylvania Department of Health.
The Christmas Tree Growers Association, and Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply. And another round of applause for the Sue Hewitt Dance Studio, ladies and gentlemen. They did a great job. Let's show them our support.
Then with the other two guys had to come into the first practice for Quentin.
Here's the snap. It's high. The kick is good! And they have won the game. And they burst onto the field, and pandemonium reigns out here at Andy Kosneski Field in double OT.
Okay, we're going to get... I got a little wet there, guys. I'll get Redinger.
Waiting the shotgun snap from Succiarelli. He hands it off to Hill. He's into the end zone easily.
Welcome back to 5th Street Gym. It's 23-22, Knoch with the lead over Indiana here as we are at the halftime intermission. It has been a rocky first half for both teams. Only one perfect trip to the free throw line, 18 total foul shots that first half. A last-second three-pointer by Gasparo Porco of Knoch in the first quarter put them ahead 8-6 after one. Things were tied 19-19 with 2:20 left in the half, but Knoch added 4 more points to go up 23-22. Indiana making it a 1-point deficit after one of 2 free throws by Evan Brocious and then a field goal by Hunter Martin, and that's how we stack up at the half. We'll take a timeout, come back with a look at first half stats. It is an IRMC High School Sports Night. Indiana trailing Knoch 23-22 at the half on WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Milk every moment.
And we welcome our friends back from Renda Digital TV. 23-22, Knoch leading Indiana at the half. Let's take a look at your first Commonwealth quick stats. First Commonwealth Bank time to be first member FDIC. Tegan Finnegan leads all scorers with 12 points tonight, 7 of those coming in the second quarter alone. Stanford Webb leads Indiana scorers with 10 points, 9 of them coming in the second period. And behind him is Hunter Martin with 5 points. Leading the way in rebounding is Stanford Webb, who has 5 rebounds. And a lot of foul shots. Don't have the numbers tallied up quite yet, but we will get those to you in our final stats look at the end of the game. Take a timeout, come back. Second half of action is next on an IRMC High School Sports Night, WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
High school students in Western Pennsylvania have a new option for career-driven education at the River Valley STEAM Academy. Gain an edge in high-demand careers in electrical occupations, cybersecurity, esports, and sports medicine and rehabilitative therapy. Students get a head start by earning college credits and valuable industry certification. The River Valley STEAM Academy is open to high school students throughout the region at no cost to families. To customize your high school experience, visit rvsteamacademy.org or call 724-343-3230.
Ready for the second half of action from 5th Street Gym. Knoch with a 23-22 lead over Indiana. Coming to you live from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Jake Slobodnik joining you on WDAD and Renda Digital TV. And getting things set. Taking a look at the turnover margin for each team, it was a mirror image. In the first quarter, Knoch coughed up the ball 5 times compared to Indiana's 1 time. But in the second, Indiana, they committed 5 turnovers while Knoch just committed 2. So both teams, well, Knoch with 7, Indiana with 6. Ready for the second half. And Indiana will start with the ball here in period number 3. Brocious to inbound. He's joined by Trevor Todd, Gavin Homer, Stanford Webb, and Jaden Petrovich on the floor with Indiana. Todd almost dribbling through danger. And the first turnover for Indiana the third quarter as Finnegan, the leading scorer, goes up and quickly starts off the third quarter with a bang. 25-22. And then another turnover for Indiana. Back-to-back possessions. Ballman up top looking for Pasek. And miscommunication on the pass. First turnover for Knoch. So we've only played 25 seconds, and we have 3 total turnovers. Indiana trying to break the press, and they do. Homer taking the bounce pass up court. And then a foul on the floor. Looks to be on Snyder of Knoch, and it will be. That's James Snyder's second personal foul, first for either side here in the second half. Inbound pass goes to Stanford Webb. Thought about putting up a shot, but he'll hold on to it. Dishes it off to Trevor Todd. Back give and go from Webb to Todd once again. Looking to the middle, top of the key for Petrovic. Quick little handoff to Brocious. Finding some clearing spins, puts up a shot, no good. Put back, that's no good. Pasek comes down with it. Brocious wanted a foul. There was some contact there, but nothing called. Finnegan. A little bit of clearing on the left side. Puts up a little floater and gets to fall in. 27-22. Back-to-back buckets by Finnegan. Extends this lead. Homer trying to dish off the defenders. Finds Petrovic, who drives the baseline, goes up. Nothing going. Petrovic got a lot of body from Pasek there. Either way, Indiana back to work, or Knoch back to work on offense. Ballman, little floater inside to Pasek. And a defensive foul on Indiana's number 3, Evan Brocious. Inbound pass from Bowman to Finnegan. He'll bring it up top. 6.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Back-to-back buckets by Finnegan. Makes the score 27-22 as we enter the second half. Spencer with it up top for Knoch. Dishing it to the right side. Finnegan, long 3 ball, and it's in. 30-22, and Coach Lozanic calls timeout. 6:17 to go in the third quarter. Knoch starting things off with a 7-0 run through the first minute and 45 seconds. 30-22, Knoch over Indiana on WDAD, Renda Digital TV.
Sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Milk every moment.
Well, after the timeout, Indiana back to work on offense, going left to right. With 6:17 to go, they trail by 8 now. After 3 straight buckets, one being a three-pointer by Tegan Finnegan. Homer taking the pass from Brocious. He brings it across the timeline, goes up from the left side and breaks a scoring drought. 6:03 marker. 30-24. Ballman brings it across. Looking right. Finds Spencer. Back up top, Snyder. Back to Spencer. Up top, Pasek. To Ballman once again. Ball ends up in the hands of Finnegan, who drives in. Layup from the left side, Pasek. Tips the rebound, goes to Spencer, and he puts it up on the putback. 32-24. Comes Homer in the Little Indians offense once again, driving the left lane. He goes up, can't get that to fall in. Pasek had his hand on it. It's a fight for the rebound. Indiana comes up with it. Evan Brocious with it. Looks to Todd Petrovic. Driving the lane. Pasek all over his back, but a nice little spin. No good. Pasek with the rebound. Knoch with it. Wide open three coming from Finnegan. It's no good. Into the hands of Trevor Todd with the defensive rebound. Came right to him on a hop. Todd pushing it up court. Matched up with Spencer. Brocious. Little shake and bake. Finds Petrovic for a three ball. Can't sink it. Homer fighting for the rebound. He comes up with it for the moment, but it ends up with Stanford Webb. Finds Todd up top. 4:34 to go. Brocious driving the left side. That's no good. Pasek with another defensive rebound. Here comes Finnegan up. Shot blocked by Todd. Finnegan wanted a foul. Nothing called. Knoch will take it from the baseline. 4:23 to go. Inbound pass goes to Pasek. Oh, and some shoving down there. Nothing called. And Finnegan ends up with it on the left side. Driving in, and then a foul called on, I believe, Petrovic. No, they're going to call it on Evan Brocious. That's his third personal. Hunter Martin into the game for him. Brocious exit the court. Knoch with it from the baseline. Now an official's going to go talk to Petrovic and Pasek. Petrovic trying to stick to him like glue. Inbound pass will go to Finnegan up top. 4:10 to play in the third. Finnegan driving the left lane, goes up. Doesn't make the shot. Oh, and there's some fighting on the opposite end between Pasek and Petrovic. And I wonder what this is going to be rolled as. It's going to be on Pasek and Petrovic. Both are going to get tagged with a foul. It was only a matter of time before someone was going to get called because there have been, well, Petrovic has been playing tight defense on Pasek all night, and it's been getting to him. And you start to see at the opposite end a couple of minutes ago, there was some shoving on the opposite side. And now they're going to be high on the radar of these officials. Indiana will maintain possession. Nygren into the game for Indiana. You know, when we say that, we do sound hard on the players, but hey, we call it as it is. Trevor Todd with the ball finds Stanford Webb. Corner three, can't get it to sink in. Fight for the ball. Martin comes down with it, finds Homer, who goes up, and is fouled by Pasek. He'll go to the line to shoot two. That is going to be Pasek's fourth personal foul and a timeout on the floor. Let these teams compose themselves. 32-24, knock over Indiana. 3:42 to go in the third quarter on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
The Arc of Indiana County, working with the Arc of PA to find solutions to improve the lives of those with disabilities. The COVID-19 Health Disparities Initiative focuses on finding solutions that save the lives of those that are in need and deliver results to increase health equity for all individuals with disabilities now and in the future. If you are interested in learning more about this initiative with the Arc of PA and the Pennsylvania Department of Health, please go to arcindiana.org or the arcpa.org for more information, paid for in part by the Pennsylvania Department of Health.
.342 to go in the third quarter of play. As you see on our Renda Digital TV stream, the Indiana High Dance team out on the floor. The emotions starting to catch up to both teams, and we've seen that. Thankfully, this timeout allows them to sort of regroup themselves, get a drink of water. Gavin Homer will go to the line to shoot two for Indiana as both teams return to the wood. And Pasek off the floor for Knoch after notching his fourth personal foul. 3 team fouls for both sides. Laying into the lineup for Knoch. 32-24 the score. The Knights lead Indiana. Homer to shoot two. Looking to bring his team closer. First one on its way, and it sinks through. Homer, the only one to score for Indiana this quarter, puts up the second and gets it to fall through. Perfect trip for Indiana and Gavin Homer. It's 32-26. Knoch going right to left at the 3:36 mark. Bauman finds a lane on the right side. He goes up and answers right back with the layup. 34-26, and then a travel immediately called. A turnover for Indiana. That's their third. Bauman to inbound it, and he does. Snyder up top, Lang finds Bauman. Matched up with Webb to the right side. Here's Finnegan. Defensive assignment straight off, and Webb hooks the arm of Finnegan, and a foul called on him. Fourth team foul for Indiana. That's Stanford's first of the game. Bauman to inbound, looking for Lang, nothing there. He'll find Snyder up top. At the left elbow, dishes to Lang. At the top of the key. Dishing it to the left side. Finding some room. Spin moves from the center. Can't get it to fall in. And now some contact underneath on the putback. Snyder hits the deck and a foul call. Foul's on Hunter Martin. That's Martin's third personal of the game. As Snyder returns to the line. Shot one back in the second quarter. Didn't get it to fall in. It's his only trip to the free throw line tonight. First of two on its way, and it's good. Second attempt on its way, hits off the back of the rim. Homer's right there to let it land in his breadbasket. It's 35-26. 2:55 to go in the third. Homer brings it across half court, finds Martin quickly up top to Nygren. Quick little dish off to Todd, loses control of it. Players hit the deck, and a turnover for Indiana. Zarian Finnegan on the floor now for Knoch. Bauman brings it across. Looking up top at the 2:36 mark, he finds Lang. Teagan. Driving the left, he goes up. Windmill doesn't get it to fall down. Gavin Homer on the board. He'll bring it across half court. Defense collapses on him, trying to dribble through a pair of defenders, and a defensive foul call. Zarian Finucane, who apologize, been saying Finnegan all night. It is Finucane. Brocious returns to the floor for India. That's Finucane's, Alzarian's that is. That's his second personal foul of the night, fourth for Knoch this quarter. Brocious to inbound. Looking up top for Martin, matched up with Lang, driving the right lane, is tripped, and then a travel call. Fifth turnover of the quarter for Indiana. Second quarter in a row where they have 5. Clock at 2:17 as Knoch returns to offense. Cross half court. Finucane with it up top. Teagan, that is. Back to Bauman. Steps back. He'll regroup on offense. Trying to drive. Quick little handoff to Snyder. Over to Lang. Up top, Finucane. Matched up with Homer. Trying to drive the right. That's no good on the shot. And Homer went up and came down on Finucane. 16 foul for Indiana. Third personal for Homer. And returning to the floor for Indiana, first time this quarter, Mark Collinger. He's in for Stanford Webb. Knock from the baseline on a 4-low look. Looking to get the ball to Lang, and he does. Pulls back for a 3. Can't get it off the front of the rim. Follows his own shot and taking the tip. He'll get the offensive board. Finucane looking right. Up top, here's Bauman. Brocious playing a tight man D. Driving that right lane. Collinger collapses. Quickly dishes to Finucane. Driving the right lane. Dishes it out to Bauman. Missed walk call. Finds Finucane driving the center lane. Contested shot, and it falls in. First double-digit lead of the night for either team. 37-26 with 1:12 to go in this third quarter. Homer brings it across half court. Collinger to the right side for Brocious at the minute mark. From the foul line, off the front of the rim, and rebounded by Bauman. Brings it across. Up top, Snyder driving the left lane. Spins, goes up with one arm, no good. Homer comes down with the defensive board. Driving the right lane, he's cut off in traffic, and a defensive foul called on Bauman. Fifth for Knoch. Indiana will take it just beside their bench. Second on Bauman. Brocious to inbound, Homer with it. Knoch won it over in the back, and then a defensive foul call on Bauman, and the official having a word with Knoch's head coach, Alan Bauman. Second foul on number 0, Jackson Bauman. He'll have a seat. Spencer back out on the floor for Knoch. Well, that's actually the third personal foul on Bauman. Clock rolling at 33 seconds. Homer brings it across the timeline for Indiana. Finds Brocious. Almost loses the ball. Homer thought about popping a long-range three. Nothing doing. Drives the right lane on a contested shot. Doesn't get it to fall. Homer followed his shot off his legs and out of bounds. Couldn't get a solid handle on it. Knoch with it with 19.1 seconds left. For the first time tonight, Coach Lazanik sending in number 22, Tristan Redinger, a junior guard standing in at 6'1", wearing number 22. Tegan Finucane with it, driving the left, outside, Lang for three, off kilter. Putback is no good, and a fight for the ball. Collinger able to keep it in. Nygren fending off a defender. No shot at the last second. We've played 3 quarters of basketball from 5th Street Gym, and Knoch with a double-digit 37-26 lead over the Indiana Little Indians. Back in a moment on WDAD, Renda Digital TV.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
3 quarters down, 1 quarter to go. Indiana trailing by 11 points with a final 8 on the board. 37-26, Knoch with the lead. Happy to have you along on WDAD and Renda Digital TV. Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, relationship banking, one customer at a time. Indians with the ball to start things off. Five turnovers that third quarter, matching the mark in the second. Looking to clean it up here in the fourth. Petrovic quickly working up court, drives the baseline, and then a defensive foul called on Snyder. James Snyder for Knoch. That'll be the 7th team foul for Knoch, so Indiana has a chance to reclaim some of these points by going to the free throw line. 3rd foul for Snyder on the night. To the line, Petrovic. Attempt at the one-on-one is no good. Homer trying to fight for the rebound. No good. Saved by Snyder. Finucane brings it across the timeline. Goes up from the left side. Gets the bucket and the foul. Second quarter in a row that Finucane has started things off with a bang, and he'll go to the line to attempt a three-point play. Fouls on Trevor Todd, his fourth personal, seventh team for Indiana. Three-point attempt on its way, that's no good. 39-26. Indiana trying to bring it across half court. Brochus able to save it. Looking left side, Webb. Up top, Homer. Thought about pulling up, nothing doing. To the corner, Webb. Three ball, in for three. Splashdown for Stanford Webb, 39-29. Finucane quickly bringing it across timeline from the left side. Doesn't get it to fall down, gets his own rebound. Swatted out of his hands by Brochus, and a jump ball called. And things are getting chippy. Emotions have been rising throughout the second half, and it might be starting to come to a head now. Jump ball was the call. Knoch will take it from the baseline. Ballman to inbound the ball. Coach Lazanik wants to call a timeout and talk things over. He doesn't like what he sees in the defense. And a little bit of a sermon among the group of players, led by the official. Probably just a warning for both sides. Both teams retreat to their bench. 7:13 to go in the game. Knoch with a 39-29 lead over Indiana from our S&T Bank broadcast booth on an IRMC High School Sports Night, WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Both teams settle down for the moment. Knoch to inbound the ball. Off the timeout, 7-12 and rolling in this final quarter. 39-29, the Knights lead the Indians. Snyder with it. Up to Bowman up top. Looking to the corner right for number 23, Zarian Finucane. Shot's no good. Petrovic comes down with the defensive board. Brochus trying to bring it across half court. Matched up with Bowman. To Webb. Thought about posting a three. Nothing there. Quickly dishes to Brochus. Dishes to the opposite side, looking for Homer, tipped out of bounds by Tegan Finucane. Indiana will take it from underneath the baseline, or underneath the hoop at the baseline. 6:46 on the clock, they only trail by 10. Brochus looking for Homer, nothing there. Got to get it in, and he does. Fires up a pass for Todd. Able to get it just shy of midcourt. Puts up a little floater from the center lane, and he gets it to fall in. 39-31. Zarian driving the right lane, whistle, and a jump ball called. And Knoch with it. Very close to being a defensive foul, but able to get it right at the nick of time, and it should be Indiana ball. They did not switch the possession arrow last time, so the Little Indians will go back to work on offense. Turnover for Knoch, Indians. With the ball from the baseline, the Indiana student section moving up one set of bleachers, giving their team all the room they need on the hardwood. Brochus getting the ball, crossing over left, trying to break some ankles, almost lost the ball. They got to get it across half court, and they do. They find Petrovic. It's a 4-on-3, Knoch with the advantage. They'll slow it down. Petrovic finds Homer up top. Working right, goes up. Can't get the bucket. Fight for the ball. Spencer comes down with it for Knoch. The Knights back to work. Tegan Finucane crossing over Homer. Little opening on the right side to Spencer down low, and he gets it to fall in. 41-31. And a timeout taken on the floor. 5:57 to go in this final quarter of play on a high school sports night presented by the Indiana Regional Medical Center. Coming to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth, WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
5:57 to go in the game. 41-31 Knoch over Indiana on this Friday night edition of an IRMC High School Sports Night. Let's take a look at your first Commonwealth quick stats. Leading all scorers still, Tegan Finucane with 21 points. For Indiana, Stanford Webb with 13. Both teams back out onto the floor. Indians with the ball. Brocious running to take the ball out, but a little ginger on his left knee, I believe. To inbound the ball, they do. Here's Todd. 5:55 and counting. Quick little bounce off to Gavin Homer. A little bit of room on the right, gets across half court. Trying to dish it off to Todd. Miscommunication, it goes out of bounds. Oh, they said Indiana ball. They said it was tipped. Down low to Webb, who goes up from the left side baseline and gets it to fall in. 41-33. And Finucane from the right side, that's Tegan, gets it to fall in after a little bit of contact. 43-33. Knoch trying to defend a Stanford Webb three, and he sinks it. 43-36. Knoch back to work. To the corner, up top, Bowman. Bowman, left side, Finucane for three, and answers no, it doesn't. It circled in, and it popped out. Snyder gets the ball off the tip on the opposite side of the half-court line. Finds a wide-open Bowman for three. That's no good. Spencer comes down with the offensive rebound. Some contact down low. No offensive foul called. Knoch prevailing. And here we go again. From the left side, here's Bowman. 4:34 to go in the game. Bowman goes up from the right side, and he's posterized by Todd, but his foot is on the baseline. Good effort by Todd, but little bad luck on where his foot came down. Knoch will hold on to the ball. 4:26 to play. Knoch from the baseline. Inbounds it. Finds Porco. Up top. Snyder faking the shot as Bowman driving the right lane. It's blocked. Fight for the ball. Here comes Evan Brocious. Pushing it up court. Numbers are against Indiana. Finds Webb. Step back. Long range shot. No good. Fight for the ball. And the Knoch Knights tipped it. And Indiana maintains possession. Clock stopped at 4:09. Into the game, number 23, Zarian Finucane. He comes in for Bowman, who's favoring that right elbow. We'll have to check on him momentarily. In the meantime, Indiana with the ball to inbound, finds Homer. Thought about popping a corner 3-0 there. 4:06 left in the game. Taking the screen by Brocious. Fires it to Webb. Pulls up. 3-ball. Sinks it through. Stanford Webb brings him within 4. 43-39. Indiana's breathing new life thanks to back-to-back threes by Stanford. Zarian Finucane drives the lane, goes up, and he's hacked underneath by Evan Brocious. And we have a timeout on the floor with 3:40 to go. It's 43-39 Indiana. Back in a minute on an IRMC High School Sports Night. WDAD, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV.
High school students in Western Pennsylvania have a new option for career-driven education at the River Valley STEAM Academy. Gain an edge in high-demand careers in electrical occupations, cybersecurity, esports, and sports medicine and rehabilitative therapy. Students get a head start by earning college credits and valuable industry certification. The River Valley STEAM Academy is open to high school students throughout the region at no cost to families. To customize your high school experience, visit rvsteamacademy.org or call 724-343-3230.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
The longest 3 minutes and 40 seconds you'll ever see. 43-39, Knoch with the lead over Indiana. To the line, Zarian Finucane for Knoch, who only leads by 4 now. Indiana faithful making some noise in 5th Street Gym. The first of 2 on its way, sinks through. It's 44-39 the score. Puts up the second, and he gets it. 45-39. Knoch extends the lead to 6. Indiana back to work on offense. Stanford Webb with the hot hand, back-to-back threes, brought Indiana right back into this one. Here's Brocious, little handoff to Homer, but luckily he's able to catch it before he heads out of bounds. Brocious up top, fires to Webb. Taking the screen by Petrovic. To Homer, driving the right lane, contested shot off the glass and in. 45-41. Here comes the Knights. And going up from the left-hand side is Tegan Finucane, who lands awkwardly on that right ankle, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Fouls on Trevor Todd. That's the 9th team foul for Indiana this half. And that's the 5th personal foul for Trevor Todd. Hunter Martin will come into the game to replace him. Teague to the line to shoot 2. The first of 2 on its way, rolls out. And the Indiana supporters let out a joyful cheer. Finucane returns to the line, and it looks like Coach Bowman's going to send in Jackson Bowman as Finucane not looking good on that right knee. He's able to sink the second, go 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Jackson Bowman returns. 46-41 Indiana. We have 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. Well, in the game, that is. Indiana trying to pick up a win at home. Knoch a win, their first win on the road. Brocious inbounds. Here's Martin. Brocious brings it across from the left side. Quick little handoff to Martin. Petrovic telling Webb to cut down, but he'll resort to Homer. Dribbles in between 2 defenders. He goes up and lays it up off the glass. 46-43. Indiana going back to work on defense. Here's Bowman bringing it across. 2:34 to go in the game. At the top of the key, finds Tegan Finucane. Working. Ball's tipped free. Martin picks it up. Bringing it across half court. Euro step goes up. Awkward shot off. Fight for the rebound. And a jump ball called. Jump ball goes to Knoch. 2:20 to go. Or wait. Okay, no, it is Knoch ball. They initially said white ball, but now they changed it to Knoch ball. Inbound pass on its way. Goes to Zarian Finucane. Back up top to Snyder. 2:14 to play, 3-point game. Here's Tegan Finucane up top, matched up with Stanford Webb. Finds Bowman left side. Cutting up top. Zarian. A little bit of breathing room on the left side, goes up, reverses, and gets it in. Beautiful shot by Zarian Finucane. 48-43, and a timeout taken on the floor. And we'll see what they call this. It's a 60-second timeout. We'll take a minute timeout as well. 48-43. Knoch with the lead over Indiana. Let's see if they can preserve it when we come back on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Milk every moment.
1:51 and counting here in the final quarter. 48-43, Knoch leads it. Brocious working right for Gavin Homer. Trying to push it to the right lane. He's triple teamed, fires it up top. Brocious to the right for Petrovic. Back to Homer. Dribbles in between traffic, dishes it out for Brocious, fires a three ball, can't get it to fall in. Petrovic going for the rebound, and it's caught by the official. Knoch will get the ball. Knoch to inbound. Tegan Finucane fires to the left side for Snyder. Pushes it up court. Zarian this time. Bowman trying to find a lane. He'll dish it out to Snyder. Behind the back dribble. Finds Bowman at the minute 7 mark. Zarian finds a lane on the left side. Dishes down low. Spencer puts it up and in. They're going to say that was Zarian Finucane on the shot. I thought it was Spencer. Martin from the right side. He gets the fall in. 50-45. And Martin with a little finger roll. And we'll keep it right here for the time being. Tonight, elementary recognition night, elementary basketball recognition night, that is. You saw that in the early parts of our live stream on Renda Digital TV. For those listening on the radio side, you can always watch the archive on Renda Digital TV, the YouTube channel for Renda Media, the home of Indiana High Athletics. 50-45, Knoch with the lead. Indiana at one time trailed by 10 in this quarter. They've cut it back, brought it within 4. Now they only trail by 5. Knoch with the ball. Indiana pressing on defense. Snyder, quick little inbound, double team, but then quickly gives it off Bowman. Numbers are against Indiana. Zarian Finucane driving. And a defensive foul called. Foul's going to be on Hunter Martin. And going to the line to shoot 2 is Zarian Finucane. 4th personal foul for Martin tonight. Already had one Indiana Little Indian foul out, and that was Trevor Todd. Finucane puts up the first and makes it. Finucane puts up the second. Can't get it to fall in. Hunter Martin on the rebound. Quickly pushing it up court. Opting to take the left lane. Goes up. Lots of contact. No good. Snyder comes down with the rebound. Almost cut off, but he evades the defenders. Looking down low to Spencer in the post. He goes up. Off balance shot. It's no good. Gets his offensive rebound. Takes a dribble. Passes it out to Bowman. Fires it. Ball's tipped and intercepted by Petrovic. Indiana bringing it up court. Homer drawing the foul. Foul's on Spencer. Homer to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 for Indiana. That's Spencer's second foul. Homer at the line, fires the attempt for the one-on-one. It's no good. Corralled by Tegan Finucane. Fires up court to Zarian, who lays it up and in for the cherry on top. 2 seconds left. Brocious fires up. Consolation shot. It's no good, and that brings us to the end of this exciting game. 53-45, the final score. As Indiana falls at home, Knoch picks up another win. And don't go anywhere. Our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show is next. First Commonwealth Bank, pay fewer bills with a debt consolidation loan from First Commonwealth. Time to be first, member FDIC. This is an IRMC High School basketball night on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
The Arc of Indiana County, working with the Arc of PA to find solutions to improve the lives of those with disabilities. The COVID-19 Health Disparities Initiative focuses on finding solutions that save the lives of those that are in need and deliver results to increase health equity for all individuals with disabilities now and in the future. If you are interested in learning more about this initiative with the Arc of PA and the Pennsylvania Department of Health, please go to arcindiana.org or the arcpa.org for more information, paid for in part by the Pennsylvania Department of Health.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
The Christmas Tree Growers Association, and Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply. And another round of applause for the Sue Hewitt Dance Studio, ladies and gentlemen. They did a great job. Let's show them our support.
Then with the other two guys had to come into the first practice for Quentin.
Here's the snap. It's high. The kick is good! And they have won the game. And they burst onto the field, and pandemonium reigns out here at Andy Kozneski Field in double OT.
Okay, we're going to get... I got a little wet there, guys. I'll get Redinger.
Waiting the shotgun snap from Succiarelli. He hands it off to Hill. He's into the end zone easily.
Back on our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. First Commonwealth Bank, pay fewer bills with a debt consolidation loan. Time to be first, member FDIC. Heartbreak at 5th Street Gym as the Indiana Little Indians fall to the Knoch Knights 53-45. Well, it didn't seem like it was going to be a close game heading into the fourth quarter as Knoch had a 37-26 lead. But back-to-back threes in the early goings of the period by Indiana's Stanford Webb brought him within 4. But Zarian Finucane went off, scoring 7 points toward the tail end of the game to seal the win for Knoch. Overall, just a good night for the Knoch Knights. Free throw shooting, though, not the best by either squad. They look to pick it up at their next game. We'll talk about that and take a look at stats as our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show continues. Final score, 53-45, Knoch over Indiana. More of our postgame show next on an IRMC High School Sports Night, WDAD, Renda Digital TV.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
High school students in Western Pennsylvania have a new option for career-driven education at the River Valley STEAM Academy. Gain an edge in high-demand careers in electrical occupations, cybersecurity, esports, and sports medicine and rehabilitative therapy. Students get a head start by earning college credits and valuable industry certification. The River Valley STEAM Academy is open to high school students throughout the region at no cost to families. To customize your high school experience, visit rvsteamacademy.org or call 724-343-3230.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Welcome back on our first Commonwealth Bank post-game show. First Commonwealth Bank, pay fewer bills with the debt consolidation loan. Time to be first. Member FDIC, Indiana falling to Knoch. The boys, that is, 53-45 at 5th Street Gym. Let's take a look at your first Commonwealth quick stats. For the final stat look of the game, leading all scorers was Tegan Finucane of Knoch with 24 points. Also had 2 rebounds and went 5 of 10 from the free throw line, the most free throws taken by any Knoch Knight tonight. Following him with 9 points was Zarian Finucane, so the Finucanes leading the way for the Knights. For Indiana, leading the scorers was Stanford Webb, who finished with 21 points. He accrued 11 of those in the fourth quarter alone, 3 3-pointers as well. Following him with 12 points was Gavin Homer with 7 rebounds as well. He also went 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and Hunter Martin added 7 points for Indiana. As a team, they shot 6 of 11 from the free throw line, while Knoch finished 11 of 23 from the charity stripe. Indiana fans, next time the Little Indians boys basketball team is in action is the 7th of February. They're at Highlands at 7:30, and they return home to 5th Street Gym for the Senior Salute versus Freeport, February 10th, and we'll have that for you here on Renda Digital TV. No radio side. It'll be a live stream exclusive game on that, and Knoch will be at Hampton on February 7th. That might be an exciting game to watch. So both teams returning to action on the 7th. We have some people we want to thank tonight. We want to thank Garrett Clark back in our WDAD studios for piloting the radio side of tonight's game. We also want to thank Peyton Trollinger, our director. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, I forgot our cameraman's name. I really do. And we also want to thank Riley. We want to thank Riley, our cameraman tonight. Did a great job. We also want to thank Laura Slobodnik, our statistician for tonight. And as always, we want to thank you, the listener, for making us a part of your Friday night. I'm Jake Slobodnik, once again repeating the final score, 53-45. Knoch over Indiana. This has been a presentation of Renda Media and Digital.